okay. I found the love I do. Yes, nice. Let's just make my picture smaller. To the top. Where should I put it? Here. Wicked stuff. Right. Righty ho, righty ho, righty ho. You can see GGA is moving very, very nicely. So welcome guys, this is going to be a tester run. I think everything's running nicely. In the comments guys, see if anything is going a bit wrong. Is the mic alright? Basically just test it all out. Have a look, have a look. Let's see what my picture is there. Just testing out. Right, okay, wicked stuff. First of all, let's just change the mic. Make it better. Okay. Right, so let's start on GJ Fresh. So this is what we do every single day. Let's look at this. So, first thing that we do is we look at the higher time frame. So we're going to start on the daily time frame, and this is where I put my nice little line. So we can actually see the past two daily candles have been very, very bearish. They're making some resistance there. So let's put a line. Let's go for a nice yellow line. So I want to know when the daily candle flips. This is quite important to me. So I know it'll flip at this point right here. This basically gives me an idea of when the higher time frames are starting to change direction. So I need to be wary. So for example, if buys were quite, if buys are looking like they're going to happen over here, I probably wouldn't do it because I know that they could flip the bearish candle, which could be quite bad. Also to the 4 hour, you can see here the 4 hour will flip here. So you can see that we've reacted very, very solidly in that support, and this line I'm going to put as blue. This is what I do every single morning, and you can literally see now that we respected these levels here. This is a very, very key level. You can see we've tapped it here, here, and here, and now we're reacting off it. So great. So at the moment, my biases will be buys. The only time I think I'd probably look for sells or bearish sells is when we do start passing this area here, because you can see that that's a solid support in the higher time frames. So let's go on 1 second. Let's see if anything's good. Yeah, lovely stuff. Right. So now we can start looking at the smaller time frames. 1 second. And you can see, wow, so at 6 o'clock this past bull run's been quite nicely. So at the moment, unfortunately, we are coming up to a certain resistance level, so let's start jotting them down. So you can see that this has been the support here, so we don't have to need more lines there. You can see that this was the resistance. So you can see at this point here, there was a lot of traffic. You can see here we held it as well, and you can see here we rejected it as well. So the one thing that we could be looking for is if we do break above this level here, where are we going to come up? Well, we're likely going to come up back up to these levels up here. So now we need to measure this range. So we've got a nice 15-pip range. It's not too bad, could be better, but we really need to wait until how this candle starts to close for the 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock is when the volume will come again, and we need to wait and to see if we can actually break above this region. And the only unfortunate thing is that if you look left, this is the zone we'll be playing in if we close above, and it is only just about 10 pips, so it might not be the best option. We could have to wait a bit further to actually close above these regions, and we could actually start to push, and we could get to actually these sort of levels above here and above here. 1 second, there. So these are the kind of little levels that you have to be able to recognize. So as we're doing this, now we can start to zoom in nicely, and we can see that what I'm waiting for is probably a close above here or close above here. But what I'll be wanting is the hourly. You can see here, I want this hourly candle to close and make a lower wick first. Okay, because it's too risky. If this candle closes right now like this, yeah, we closed above this region just a bit, but not confidently, and you can see that the past candles here, apart from this one and maybe this one, they all have a top and a bottom wick. So if you're buying straight away into these hourlies, it's going to be a lot harder to actually get a trade. You're very likely going to make a lower wick, so that's what you need to wait for. And yeah, this is all we have to wait for. So it's great stuff, and you can see that these candles here that I just drawn before are actually aligned to these ones as well. So these are the key levels. It doesn't look as clean, but you can see, and sometimes last week, which I caught the moves for, you know, these levels here and these levels here, clean candles down and up. So you always need to look left, because the left literally helps so much. If you don't look left, you're being silly. So let's actually see how much we can run here. Yes, we got some nice volume here. Let's see if anything's moving all right. Chat. See nothing in the chat yet. Good stuff. I'll put it on my Instagram in a second. And yeah, I'll do gold as well. So I'm going live on YouTube. Let's get it. Let's get it. Back with the PC. GJ it is. GJ's looking nice on that support. Let's go. So yeah, so now it's the waiting game here. You need to see all of your credentials basically adding up. So you can see the 4 hour here. You can see we've got 2 hours of it left. So you could do a lot of things in these 2 hours. And the good thing is it has reactive supports. But I also need to take into fact that the daily could be making its top wick to then actually fall down. But that's fine. I'm still looking for buys at the moment. But as long as these candles don't change or flip, then I'm happy. So what I'll be saying is, let's make some text marks. So sells below, where is it? Yeah, so probably around. Let's actually draw out a nice little range. I'll actually be looking for sells. I'll be looking for sells down here. So, and the reason why I'm looking for sells down here is because at this point, when the price starts to come down here, it's flipped the 4 hour, it's flipped the daily. So this is where I'll be looking at, because the higher time frames in my bias. I always want the higher time frames to be in my bias. So what was that level? Yeah, like 153.6 is where I'll be looking at. Right here. Nice. Let's go, let's go. But yeah, these strong candles are good. This last 30 minute didn't have a bottom wick. That's all good though. So yeah, I'm really wanting to wait to see if we can break above. Let's have a look left a bit more. Yeah. So I actually think I've got quite a nice little range there, but you have to expect that price will push here. And there's lots of ways to actually, you know, get into this trade. If you actually see this trade starting to push up and get into this level here, what should you do? Because there's only one way you should really do something. So for example, if I got in maybe about here, stop loss is below this candle, I'm going for the buys. Okay, so you can see this is not very big. It actually still is about 10 pips, which is fine. And maybe your target is here. Okay, so what is the issue here? Well, if you look left, obviously, to the left here, you can see there is a resistance. If you are being greedy and wanting to, you know, make the most out of this trade, and you hold on your trade here, you're very likely going to be stopped out because of this resistance that we're seeing here. You know, it could pull all the way up here, and then it could actually slap back down to your negative. So what I advise for this is when price gets to this level here, your stop should be at break even. You should take 80%, 70% off because you know there's resistance at this point, and then let a runner run, and the runner could go to this next level. That's how you manage it. And there's so many different people that do different things, but the one thing that I've seen so much is that someone could do the exact same trade as me here, and if it goes my right way, I'm going to make 10 pips and maybe 15 pips on my runner. If it goes the wrong way, I'm going to hit break even, whereas someone could be in the exact same trade and take a loss. So it's very important to always keep your stops to break even as quick as possible. So yeah, I want to see how it's looking. Yep, so the mic's not too good, but that's alright. I can learn to get a better mic. So let's do gold as well. Let's do it. Right. Beautiful stuff. Oh, I hate this chart for gold. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so same thing with gold. Oh, I'm not even going to look at gold today, Jesus. So you can see after a big fall, which we got all the way down here, you can see we are clearly ranging, and the ranges are pretty standard. So here and here. So you have to wait until we close above and below these levels, on the maybe even on the 4 hour, to be honest, because you can get wicked out very easily, and then you can start looking for moves. You can still see here, I mean, we had a lows around this area here, respected. These dipped in, had bigger, longer wicks, and then actually started to pull off it. You can see that we actually had a resistance up here. You see that actually at the moment, before this 8 o'clock candle, 1 second, we are actually starting to reject the highs again. But this could be making support on here, so like this. So what I expect gold to probably do is relax on this level here, and then maybe start to come back up to these levels. Or it'll come down here, it'll come back up, and then it'll go back down. So this is the thing of playing with a range. It's very, very hard. You can see both different ways it could end up to, and they all end up to either sells or buys. But the thing is with gold is when it's ranging, you need to stay away from it. Look at that. That's ass. You don't want to do that. Trust me. Oh wow, GJ got there quick. Oh, beautiful. So I'm waiting for this 8 o'clock candle to pull back, and then yeah, we could be looking for some nice buys at the moment. Wow, look at that. That's a solid candle, that. So the thing is, the risky part of getting into some buys right now is because of the new hourly candle. You have to wait for the pullback. Some people might not like waiting for the pullback, but I do. Because what I really want to see is, I wish I could do like a zoom, but basically I want the candle to pull back down here. So this is good. So it hasn't made a top wick yet. If this pulls off straight away, I won't be entering. Too risky. Especially how it's closed on this resistance here. Not liking it. And you can see here now, we're pulling down. I want it to be quite a nice solid wick here. And the one thing that people need to look at is also the time. So look, this 15-minute candle's just opened. It's got 14.5 minutes left. If you take a buy here, you're expecting price to move bullish that whole 40 minutes. That's very unlikely. So you have to always take that into account. The volume is too low, not sure if the volume settings on your end of the mic is too far. Okay, I thought it was too low. 1 second, let's see what I can do here. 1 second. Microphone. 1 second. Where is it? Sound settings. Right, okay, it's not there, it's not there. Input. Microphone. Sound devices, right, okay, yeah. So I want this one to be completely off, I want this one to be on, okay. 1 second here. This should be a different one. 1 second. That's the mic, that's the video audio. Yeah, I'll have to sort that out actually. 1 second. I want to make the microphone a bit louder. Oh god, it's technical stuff, man. 1 second. What can I do here to make it louder? I'm trying to think. If anyone could tell me, that would be appreciated. Yeah, I can see. Oh wait, maybe here. Maybe on here.
There we go. Oh shit! I think I've sorted it out. I think I was using my Wait, can you guys hear me now? The guy who messaged me on Instagram, please ask if you can hear me now. Actually, I can check on my thing. Do 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 do. Let's see. Oh yes, lovely stuff. Okay. So look, guys, this is exactly what I said. See, we pushed up here, and now you can see it's actually not holding this level. So you can see that this resistance here is pretty solid, which is grand. But we really need to wait for maybe closes above this region properly to look for further. Actually, to be honest, I wouldn't even look for buys in this area because you can see that this area is too tight. Yeah, so this area is way too tight. You need to wait for closures above this region here to fill this range up, which is a lot cleaner. And the only reason why I say this is because of this area here. Look, right here. So as you can see again, I'm always looking left. See this? This is bad traffic. This there. 1 second. There. So I'm saying, yeah, we could actually move into this zone right here, but look how choppy it looks, look how bad it looks. I'm waiting for a close above this region, which none of these candles did, and then it exceeded right here. So yeah, I'm waiting for that. And for sells, well, we said sells is all the way back down here, to be honest. So the one thing that I'll be probably looking at and what I expect to happen is to price to actually maybe come back to this level, but maybe have a little breather either here or here. So they're either going to look like this, I think. Look at this. So they're going to go back to here and here, and then we're going to start to come back up like that, or like that. So there's two scenarios here, and we just have to wait patiently. It's a waiting game. Remember, it's a Monday. Just get warmed up into it. You can just watch the trades. So let's have a look at the hourly. So yeah, hourly's got 55 minutes. That's got a lot of time. We've had a really strong hourly candle, which is good. We hope that continues. But you have to be very careful with these regions here. 100%. So guys, where's this chat? I want people to be able to post stuff. 1 second. I'm getting used to all this YouTube stuff, guys. Oh, there, live chat. Enable live chat, yeah. I want to chat, bro. No. Oh, maybe it's made for kids. I think that's how I've done it. Oh well, next time I'll do that again. Maybe we could do it here. Oh, there we go. Made for kids. Can I change it? I cannot. No, there we go. Not made for kids. Good stuff. So now let's see if I can do this now. Where is it? Where was I going again? Sorry guys, I'm getting completely used to this. Enable live chat, yeah. Slow mode. There we go. Got a chat now. Sick. We've got one monitor today, but if you guys got any questions, please feel free to ask them. But yeah, all I'm waiting for is a close up above this region here to continue the bullish run. But this is nice actually. So 7 a.m. It's had some nice volume here, which is pretty nice. Which is mad actually because I think the past weeks, let's have a look. Yeah, so again 7:30 here, very nice closer below. Even at this region here is probably better. So at 8 o'clock it pushed down very nicely, which is good. Let's have a look further on. So this is like easy backtesting. This is very quickly backtesting. Start seeing the moves where they're coming from. So let's have a look. 6:15, 6:45, 7 o'clock. So yeah, this is ranging. Let's have a look further on. Wow, you can see here, look, basically 6:30, 6:45, 7 o'clock. That was a nice one. So basically here, guys, I'll show you an example here. So this was the range we were playing in. It was messing about here. We can start seeing that candles are starting to print bullish. This is a candle close above. You could wait until we exceed the high here with quite a tight stop loss at this range. So I would have done this. I'm pretty sure I entered this trade as well. So I'd have my stop loss literally in this range. It doesn't have to be, well, it is actually 10 pips there. But basically all I wanted was back in this complete consolidation here. And what you do is you'd look left, so there must be something here at some point. So you can see here. So the targets were here. And a bit further on here. So you can see that these levels here is where exactly they came up to, and you can see these candles here are quite clean, and these candles here are quite clean, and you can see there's also a little, like what they're called resistant blocks here, one here and one here. So at this point here, at this line I would have taken off probably about 50%, 60%, and then up here I would have taken the rest off. So these are just things. These are just little kind of regions where you should take profits, because you can see before they had a little stutter or a little resistance. That's kind of how that works. And yeah, that was a quite nice trade. Beautiful. Ready ho. Lovely stuff, man. 12 playbacks. Nice. So we are waiting patiently. Let's get some music on. I want some nice little music on. Some lo-fi. So that's good. Raja's gonna come do the London session. That's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, let's get some lo-fi on. But I tell you what, GJ, this past couple, months or years or whatever, doing very, very well. Don't want this too loud. Tell me if this is too loud, guys. Let's have a look on OBS. Video capture device. I wonder if you guys can hear it or not. Alright, beautiful stuff. We're still moving now. So 15 minutes time, we're going to be closing. Look at the 30-minute time frame. It's got 19 minutes left. That's fair. The only problem is this left here, and it's if you take it or not. It's a risky business. And also, so for example, the only reason where this is hard is because you could take this trade, right, and it could end up being quite a positive trade, etc., etc. But this means that you having a bad recollection of this kind of setup. This is a bad setup because of this traffic on the left here. So it means that when this happens again, you're probably likely going to take it again because you remembered last time it worked well. But actually, in theoretical times, if you do this 100 times, you're not going to be winning that many. So you need to always think about the probabilities. And look, as you can see here, we're struggling to close above this region. See that? We are struggling to close above this region here. It's a very weak candle. I want a solid one about this region here. So has the hourly got a low wick? Yeah, it's got a nice little low wick. Good stuff. So it is looking for a nice buy. Lovely stuff, man. I like the streaming stuff. Cool stuff. Just getting into it, but it's nice. It's nice. I might do Twitch, to be fair. I might mix it up because everyone's on YouTube. We might do a bit of Twitch. Keep it up, boys, and we'll do some like giveaways. We'll do some raffles. Do some cool stuff, man. I like that. But it's gonna take a while for me to get back into it and getting some audience. So, but that's all good as long as we're here. So a lot of people who trade as well, they have what's it called? They have a bigger screen. So for example, like not a bigger screen, sorry, they have a smaller, more zoomed in screen like this. Like Raj's is quite like this, and mine used to be, but I always like to look at the left here, so I like it probably about like this. Oh yeah. CC Gold, yep, just pissing about, just relaxing. This could actually starting to make some support, but yeah, the left here is not good traffic at all. So I'm seeing for actually the weekly. Let's have a look at the weekly here. I mean, wow, we've already moved up quite nicely this weekly. The last weekly is bullish, so we've actually started to make some support here, which is interesting. And the 4 hour is reacting. Wow, so can you see, guys, if you look left here, look at this. And can you see something very similar? Literally hold this support, which I just drew there for this one here. Right there. So this is a very key level. That is a huge key level. You can see even in May, we hold this level really, really strongly. And that's what's happened. We've reacted on it quite nicely, which is good. Right, so I want to see how long this range is up here. Yeah, so 28 pips is a nice little move there. So we're coming into the next 15-minute candle close in here. Close above this region, nice. So now if I wasn't looking, I mean you could look at this here, but I am also worried about this around here. But I suppose these candles are quite clean. But let's just see. There's a lot of volume at the moment as well, guys. I mean, 10 pips is nothing at the moment. We're flying. So another thing here, guys. Now, obviously, in this candle here, this 15 minutes is going to close right now. Nice. But this 30-minute has not closed above this region yet. So it does give me some worries here. And that this level here, so this whole level here is a no-go trade zone for me, unfortunately, because of those reasons. The 30-minute hasn't closed yet. It could reject at any point. And this little region here, because this 30-minute candle could theoretically make a top wick here, reject it, and then start to come back down there. So you have to be really, really careful. You're looking for clean wicks at the top. So for example here, I think I probably would have got in. Let's have a look actually. Let's get down the 15-minute. Yeah, so I think maybe probably this candle. I would have waited for this candle to close strong. We're looking left, clean wicks here. Wait for this candle to make its lower wick. Then when we start to exceed, right here, I probably would have done a buy with a stop loss below here. So it's a 7 pip stop, and I would have looked for the tops here, which is a 13 pip gain. So that would have been the trade if I was a bit earlier. But I normally start the streams at about 7:45. But at the moment, to be fair, the summer candles have been quite early on, and these summer candles, they change within the year. So at the moment, 7 AM and 8 AM are really good. But if you went back 2 or 3 months ago, 7 AM to 8 AM was gash. It was so bad. And 8 AM onwards is really good. So you have to adapt yourself for that. And yeah, just wait for the candles to close. Lovely stuff, man. But yeah, I do expect the price to push back in here, but we need to really, really chill. So if you guys can send any charts, I'll definitely analyze the charts, so you can put them in here in the chat. Oh wait, there's a question. Lovely. How did you determine market bias? Yeah, so market bias, went through it this morning. Really, really easy stuff. So market bias is the first thing you have to click on is the daily. Okay, the daily is a really important time frame. And you can see here at the moment, even though the past 2 days were bearish, you can probably see that this candle could flip and then turn bearish. But at the moment, at this point in time, we are a bullish daily candle. Okay, this daily candle is quite strong bullish, and it's reacting off a very key level. So in the daily time frame, we're bulls, so don't we? We're bias is bullish. We go 4 hour. The 4 hour is also reacting at support and very, very strong. 4 hour candle, great. So now I've got my high time frame bias here. We're looking for buys, okay? If any of these contradict, so for example, if the daily's bearish and the 4 hour's bullish, I'd likely stay away from it because it suggests that it's ranging. Um, that's just a thing that I've seen quite a lot of times. I would rather not use it at all. That's probably what I'd say for that. And then obviously now we jot down to the smaller time frames, knowing that our market bias is bulls, and then this is when we're trying to find some bias of some buys here. So that's basically the easiest way to do it, is get on the 4 hour, get on the daily. You guys have seen here that I've put these lines. These lines are very, very key. The blue one is the 4 hour flip, so you can see here 4 hour flip, and the daily is the yellow one. Okay, so if these flip, I know that higher time frames directions are changing, and I need to be wary, and this is where I'll be looking for sells at this point. So see, it sells below this area. The reason why I haven't done it here or anywhere is because this is when the higher time frames change bias. You should always be on the same bias as the higher time frames. It makes it so much easier, trust me. Unless you've got a clear setup, there's no point. And you can see we are still kind of struggling to get up on this region here, which is interesting. We also haven't done this actually today. Let's do this. So for X Factory, absolutely nothing. Ooh, unemployment rate at 7:30 today for Japanese. Wow, they've got a very low unemployment rate. Damn. Retail sales are going to be forecast to be lower than before, and unemployment's a bit higher, but not too bad results. Let's have a look at the other things in the week. Nothing. Some GBP news, but nothing too much, nothing too serious. So we've got a nice warm up of a week. Good stuff. 9 viewers, man. Fucking sick, boys. Love the support, man. Just getting into it, starting this, trying it out. Lovely stuff. Love a nice stream. But yeah, I might try Twitch. Actually, Twitch is quite cool. See how it works. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, we're just waiting for GJ to make some moves, boy. But yeah, there's absolutely no point in looking for buys here because of this region. There's just no point. You could probably have maybe a bit more confidence when the 30-minute closes in 9 minutes time, but at the moment we have no suggestion that this is going to close above this region here, and that's the important part. Okay, and as we start getting to the 4-hour closes, you need to also realize that these next 4 hours are going to be making top wicks and bottom wicks. It's got an hour and 38 left, so you have to wait patiently for that as well. Oh, I need another coffee. How's the stream looking then? I bet that's trippy for you guys there. Whoa. They see somebody's screens, man. Any more questions, guys? Please bring the questions. Love them, love them. If you got charts as well, do that screenshot thing on here. So you can go here, press the camera, take a copy of that, and we'll have a look. We'll have a look at it. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. So I'm so surprised with GJ last week, man. It just recovered so well. I mean, if you look at this 4-hour candle here, we just died here. I had some amazing sells that day. Flew down and then just recovered quickly. And you can see that even the market structure here is very, very easy. These candles are clean. These candles are clean. We come back up. Look, we have a resistance here and a certain support made. So support here, resistance here, start coming down, exactly the same thing here. And now look, clean candles left, clean candles to the right, and now we're back up here. Then we come back down again, and now we're on this clear support here. So it all makes sense in all time frames. That if, for example, if you saw this on the 15-minute time frame here, you'd probably look for some nice buys, probably around these areas, to fill these wicks back up. So as I expected, guys, we are still struggling, and this is why doing your marking up your resistances and your supports is so key. Okay, this is really key. So at this point, yeah, so if someone was in this trade, they probably should have closed it about here, because I think you could have nabbed about 10 pips. If you didn't this candle flip, yeah, you would have got your 10 pips, maybe about 8 with commissions, but that's grand. But yeah, you can see why we've clearly outlined this level here. We've got 6 minutes left, but still, yeah, shows some stuff. What's your favorite trade setup? Oh, there's so many trade setups. There's been quite a lot recently, actually. Let me go find you one. So I think if you have a one similar trade setup every single time, it's also limiting you. So let's have a look. Oh wow, I did like that one. Let's have a look here. So I like the ones where we're in like either a really strong market, a bearish one, or a really strong bullish one. I did a trade last week. 1 second, I'm gonna go find it for you. I really like that one. Was it here? Oh yeah, it was here. So I like it. My favorite trade setups is when we are. It's probably bearish mainly, but this could be done as well with bullish. And basically, what I was looking for was we broke past this regions here. We started falling. I missed this move here. And I was like, right, I'm not going to miss the next one. We are going down. Bearing in mind the 4 hour and the dailies were all bearish. It looked horrendous. So now I'm like, right, this was a key level at a certain point. So if you look left, I think you could find it. Yeah, so you can see here, really key level. So I knew that we're going to probably have a little pull up here. We did have a pull up. I'll do it here right now. So it's when we've hit a low, we wait for a pullback, which you can see is here. This is actually 2 50-minute big bullish candles. And you can see that the next 30-minute candle here was bearish, another one bearish. When this one started to flip here, this is when I entered. And the reason why I like this trade is because when I look left, look at the cleanness, right back down to these levels here. So it's basically when we have a big sell-off, we wait for the pullback, we get a nice 30-minute close, and then anything here would have been fine. You could have got in so many ways here. I waited for this one to close, wait for the top wick, because I know every single candle here is most likely going to get a top wick. So wait for this top wick. When it started flipping, sold. My stop loss is very tight because I know that if we flip here, we shouldn't exceed the high of the one we've just made. So you can see my stop loss here is 7 pips. Okay. Now I'm looking left. Let's zoom out for a second. 1 second. And where am I targeting? Let's have a look here. 1 second. Back down to these levels here. So you can see, I mean, how many targets I would have had here. I'm pretty sure I set a a TP around this level, and you can see clean candles here. As long as we pass this region here, I think I took off about 50% here. The rest is downfall, all the way back down to these levels, and you can see it just mirrors that nicely. Obviously, it went down even further. I didn't get any of that, but I still got some nice pips here. And you can see that this strategy of waiting for, bullish closes and stuff like that is really important. So look here again, exactly the same thing. Came all the way down, had a little bullish candle. You wait, you're patient. Bullish candle closed below, sell again, and you would have sold. You could have had a really aggressive one if this is your second trade. I probably would have had it back in this region here, so 10 pips, and I would have still looked left. So let's see where we can look for now. Let's have a look at left again. 1 second. Still looking. There'll be something there. There we go. Right here. So you can see we dropped down to this level. This is a key resistance. Not resistance. Sorry. A key level. And you can see it matches up very quickly to this one. And you can literally do this all the way down here. You can see, look, back down here, we put a pull up, came all the way back down to this level. So you can literally do this all the way, and then it finished eventually at the bottom of these lows here, which you can see. These lows here, you can see it doesn't have to be accurate, but it's just basically take profit regions here. You can see we're absolutely bang on right here, and then obviously we can look left, and you can see where did we tap. Oh yeah, right there. So that's how it works. It's just a very, very easy thing to get a hold of. You just have to really, really implement it. So can you see, guys, what I said was going to happen is going to happen. And this is why you do not buy resistance. Okay? You don't buy resistance at all. I'm going to try and do a zoom thing. 1 second. Yeah, I'll try and do that. Because I can draw the candles in 1 second. Actually, I could do the Newcastle 1 second. Host a meeting. Host a meeting. Alright, let's see if I can do this. I can do the candles, so it makes it a lot nicer. 1 second. Share my screen. Right. Annotate. Lovely. Okay. So here I can actually do some candles here. So let's do this. I'm just looking at this 1 second. Draw. This will work nicely. Yeah, here we go. Lovely stuff. Okay. I'm just getting used to this again. Eraser. Right. So let's pick a nice thing here. I want to change the color of it. Where is it? Oh, there. So this is what I'll be looking for now, guys. So this candle's going to close here, right there, and lovely. Now this candle is going to make a top wick up here, like that. It's probably going to come back down to these regions here. So like this. So it's always going to make its top wick. And then at this level here, it could relax a bit. It might actually go a bit lower. It might have a little lower wick here. And then what we'll start to see is we'll start to see some candles forming. Maybe here. Like this. God, I'm getting used to this drawing. Jeez. And then hopefully we'll get a candle that looks like this. Right here. This candle is the confirmation candle, and then this candle here is the trade candle, maybe to here or to here. So that's another way you could probably get into that trade on the left here to fill up this range. That is one of the ways, like that. So, and the reason why I draw stuff like this is because this is literally making support on the next resistance. So you can see here, this was resistance here. Normally resistance turn into supports, but you have to be clearly waiting for support to form here, and then you can take some nice buys. And yeah, see how that works. But that is mad, that resistance there, really, really, really solid. And yeah, that's kind of how you try and picture out what you're going to see, because it really, really, really does help. Because when those things actually start to happen, you're like, right, I'm going to enter here because I've seen it happen so many times. Great stuff. So you can see at this point, this candle here is going to play. As long as it doesn't exceed the high here, it can mess around as much as it wants. People might try and take buys, fair enough. But you can see, I mean, why would you do that? It's just stupid. You have to wait for support to form. And this is why a lot of people get frustrated and annoyed, because they'll try and, you know, buy the highs without any clear support, and they'll get smacked every time. I mean, here, so for example, someone could be taking a buy right now, going, yeah, good. You know, my sell's going to be there, my stop loss is going to be there. I'm going to look for buys to like here and here. and yeah, it'll probably get up to here. You probably won't take any profit. It'll reject again. It'll hit your stop loss, and you'll just do that about 4 times. This time could work. It has potential, but you need to think probability wise. How many times is this going to work in a week? How many times is this going to work if I do it 100 times? If it's less than 50, there's not even any point of doing it. And the amount of times I've seen people lose their accounts just trying to buy highs is ridiculous. The reason is so for the example, this candle's looking nicely now. The 15-minute before, bearish. 30-minute, bearish. So you're against the time frames here. This could work though. Remember, there's always a chance for it to work. But in real terms and probability wise, how many times is this going to work? Probably not that many. So you need to always remember that. Jeez. Hello, right. How do you determine your proper S&R? Because if you look at small time frame, you always find a new S&R. So, are you saying for S&R for if you look at small? So, how do you determine your proper S&R? Because if you look at the small time frame, you always find a new S&R, right? So I think so S&Rs for higher time frames and shorter time frames are all different. For smaller time frames, they don't mean that much. They don't matter that much. You just need to get a good indication. So for example, the reason why I put this line here, I mean, yeah, it could be here as well, probably there. But the reason why I picked that one is because you can see here we came all the way up. We rejected here. We didn't close above this region, so this could be the new resistance line. Then we start pulling back down. We rest on this line. So if I wanted to move it here, that's fine. But the only reason why I kept it here is because of this bit here. You can see we came all the way back up again. Still didn't close above this region, but that was the first candle to close. That's the furthest one, and we still couldn't close above. You see this candle here next to it, pulled up, couldn't do it. Candle next to it again, pulled up, and then couldn't do it either. So this is a clear resistance. Support came all the way down. This candle pushed all the way back up, down, and then we actually just finally break it. You can see the reason why this is a support as well is because these candles, all of them couldn't close below. All of them. This one couldn't either. This one could just about. This one pulled all the way back up, and then finally did. So this is a support. Came up. This one here came all the way back up. Resistance straight away. So you can see that now this support is acting actually as a resistance as well. That's how you kind of do it. And the higher time frames is even easier because you just have a genuine bias, right? You can see that this is a clear support. This region here, isn't it? Clear support here. Clear resistance at these levels, and the reason why these are resistances is because we came down, we came all the way back up. These candles couldn't close in this region. You can see here and here, they couldn't close. So you can see that it's a clear resistance zone here. And it's kind of just learning them as it is. I mean, the best thing you should do is every single morning mark up your charts, just like an hour or two before Raja stream, not an hour, sorry, like half an hour or 15 minutes before Raja stream or my stream or Control FX stream, all the boys. And if they match up like yours, you know you're doing something right, okay? But it doesn't take too much common sense to know what are the lines at. Yeah, you just wait. Let's get rid of that one though, because I think that was on my analysis on the other side. I don't want it. Too many lines. Too many lines. Get rid of that one as well. I want it cleaner. So you can see at this level here, yeah, that's good. 5 minutes started to make some little support there, but still nothing for me because if you think about it, guys, even if this candle did work, if this pushed and you made some money, okay, so if you did this, right, if this exceeds the high here, stop losses below there, and you target these levels, in your trading journal, in your like Trello or whatever, which I'm going to start doing again, you're going to have to say to everyone that's going to be watching it, oh, I took a buy on this because we exceeded the high, even though this was bearish, so the previous one was bearish, and 30-minute was bearish. So, how does that make any sense? Whereas if you do lose it, you know exactly why you lost that trade. You lost that trade because the last candles were bearish, and you know that. So you'll be more likely to revenge trade after this if you took a loss. And if you don't take the loss and you actually do win, that's even worse because you've now got an emotional side going, right. Even if it's a bearish candle, before I'm going to take a buy if it exceeds the high, which is a no go. I mean, it's ridiculous. A lot of times you'll get slapped for that. So yeah, it's kind of how it is. You can see it's still struggling very, very much. That's how it works, man. Easy stuff, easy stuff. So yeah, you find your SNR on different time frames, but they all mean the same thing, and it's not the hardest thing to do. Like genuinely, just look for the little support lines, the lines that have held support, and don't look at the wicks. The wicks don't count as things. So like I don't look at this here. I'm looking at the bodies. The bodies of the candles, the reasons I put the support and resistances. The bodies, okay. Like these wicks here, don't care. It's the bodies. Like there, nice. And yeah, so nothing much going on, to be honest. I'm just gonna quickly go to the toilet. Won't be long. But yeah, we're just waiting. So this candle is very likely gonna flip, and then as we said before, it's gonna probably do this thing that I just did on Zoom there, and gonna relax down to this level. I'll be back in a sec. Right, so what are we doing? We're waiting for this 15-minute to close. 4 minutes time. Struggling to hold that level up here. Very likely gonna come down. So you can see the hourly's only got 19 minutes left. This is literally a proven point. You need to be careful for these levels here. I'm gonna clip that today. Clip that on the YouTube, man. Beautiful. So even though the 15-minute did close above this region, you can see that this area here, not good, not good. And you know, when you don't take trades like this, like I mean, I've had loads of mornings where I don't take any trades, but I'll get one in New York or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But you should feel feeling good that you didn't have to take those trades. So yeah, let's see this candle flip. So some people probably would try to take sells here. I mean, you could probably just about do it, but be a bit risky. Yeah, so the 5 minutes is starting to drop down now. Nice. I'm just here. I'm just new here, but great stuff, bro. No bother, man. Cheers. Lovely stuff. In like August, I'll be able to do it like properly. But yeah, that's where I'll kind of start it off. Because I'm busy at the moment with my girlfriend and just doing lots of stuff. But yeah, I'll try and keep it up, man. in like July, August time, full time I'll be doing it. So yeah, man. Hope hope we can get it all going. I have to get used to all this stuff. I'm gonna make a nice board. I'm gonna make it proper, but it just takes time and effort. So, but yeah, we're just chilling. So yeah, I hope you guys learned quite a lot today. About the levels, key levels, and not rushing into any trades when you know, is this a good chance of it working? And you can see exactly what's happening. I said it was going to happen. The 15 minutes and 30 minutes are bearish, so do not buy on those candles like at all, unless they're closing like above a range. So for example, I'll try and find one when we were really high and actually did work. Let's have a look. So one like this could be a lot better. So you can see we're in a bullish market really, really solidly here. This 30-minute candle's bearish. Okay, so this is the exception because we are breaking above really high levels, and look how bullish we are. I mean, same here. So this candle closed up. So even though the last one was bearish, this candle closed above, and then there we're good. Same for this one. This candle closed above, and then we're good. So yeah, we can always use the things, but you remember, even in there, you could definitely get on this candle, but you have to be more careful of it. The cleaner buys are here when this candle closes, and then you get all this. So yeah, it's just about being patient and knowing, if it's a bearish candle before, should I really take this trade? Am I going to be annoyed with myself if I took it? Probably you are, because if it goes wrong, you'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake, it was a bearish candle, and I was buying. So yeah, you have to be disciplined for stuff like that, 100%. So this 15-minute candle is going to close in 30 seconds, and lost its volume. I just love that. That resistance stuff there makes you happy. Like, to the T, hasn't broken it. And I literally said, if this candle, 30-minute candle, doesn't close above this region here, there is no chance of buys yet. And you can see it's pretty right. You can see it pretty easily. Let's go. Let's go. Average watch time 40 minutes 51 seconds. Cool shit, man. I need to learn how you do all this stuff. Stream health. Streamers not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Experience buffering. Enough video to maintain smoothing streaming as such viewers will. What does that mean? Oh god. I'll have to sort that out. Buffering. YouTube is not receiving enough video. So backup server. For secure connections. Okay, so I need to sort that out as well. Okay. That's good stuff. There's lots of stuff I need to work on, but I've got time. I'll work it all out. And yeah, so it has been quite a boring morning, unfortunately, but I hope you've learned quite a lot for that. But it's really, really holding this, and you can see, I mean, this hourly candle here, 30 minutes left, does have potential to push up. Yeah, it's the last 30 minutes, but you can see now we have quite a big credential of why it shouldn't. But to be honest, this 15-minute has actually closed bullish, which is interesting. That is quite interesting. Interessante. So this actually theoretically could start to push now, which is interesting. So here, this could be interesting actually, but I am not going to take it just because of my rules. But I know some people will. So it could be like this. If this candle closes above like that in the next 30 minutes, and then this candle here, there's this. This is a good setup. I think I actually probably would be able to do that, and I expect price to break up a bit of this range. So that's what I'd probably look for. And what you do is, this would be the confirmation candle, this one here, and this one here, you do a sell, not a sell, sorry, a buy, stop loss below the previous, and then you aim for something like that right there. That's what I'll be looking for. if that makes sense. But you have to wait for this candle to close, because this candle could ripple way down. You have to wait, and this also makes sense because this 50-minute will close and also the 30-minute will close, so it makes sense. So we'll see. But it has to hold this level. If this candle exceeds the low here, this trade setup's gone. It's capuche. This streaming software really easy. OBS really nice. I like it. Make this bigger font. So you can see now clearly the moves are at 7 o'clock. So this means, you can adapt your time here. Start at 7 o'clock, see if the moves are there. It's all like adapting like that. Very easy to do. Yeah, you can see it's just ranging on there, bless it. Any more questions, boys? Any more questions? I can see that's lagging, so I'm gonna definitely sort that out. I think 45 YouTubers and you guys, is it laggy for you guys? Is it lagging for you guys, or is it clean? Is it fine? So don't ask me. And is the mic alright? Just asking lots of questions. Let's get rid of that. Minutes left for this candle close. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Wow, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We'll see where this goes. We'll see this candle closes. If this candle does close here, I will be looking for a buy, I think. Surely but surely. Which will be interesting. Let's see, so if I got in at this point, 1 second, if I got in like here, yeah, about a 10 pip stop, not too bad. Not too bad. Still no news on there. Gold still ranging. Like hourly. Yeah, ranging pretty hard. I'll have to just wait clearly for this. Oh. Getting some movement. Getting some movement in. So I want it to close right here, this 15-minute time frame. Easy peasy. Let's have a look at the 5-minute. Yeah, so it is actually holding this level, which is good. And if you look at the 15-minute here, you can see that this is actually kind of resting on this resistance here. Not just about, but very close to, like here. Like that. Which I do quite like, actually. But I only want this candle to really close above this region here to look for any more buys. Do. 8 more minutes to live, boys. Also, guys, if you're looking for a broker, make sure to check out IC Markets. It's link in my bio. It's a cracking broker. Spreads literally the best in the world. As a straight facts. Oh, is this 5-minute gonna pull down? Is it gonna exceed the low here? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of that because people might think I'm in a buy, which I'm not. So if this candle does push and exceed the low here, we know that this little buy setup would be false, and you can see the 30-minute here is going to be turning, flipping, which will be unfortunate, and then it will come back down to these levels here and relax on here. That's where we'll be setting up for. So yeah, as you can see, the 7 o'clock candles very, very nice, very nice. You have to be able to adapt to that. But then if you go later on in the year, 7 a.m. is a very, very bad candle to be on. So you have to kind of get the balance here. Look at that rejection, man. See the hourly's rejecting. It's got 6 minutes left to close. Big rejection candle there. So this means that this is really, really is a nice resistance right here. It's gonna flip, it's gonna flip, gonna flip. So now it's all making sense now. We exceed the low, look, it's gonna exceed the low here. This 30 minutes gonna push down. Nice. Hourly's gonna push. Lovely stuff. So later on in the day, what I'll be waiting for is I'll expect this price to push down, as I said. So get my annotations out again. Oh shit. Where is it? 1 second. Let me do this. So if this candle does start to push down, like this body comes here. Oh shit! I don't want that. This candle starts to flip like this. Come all the way down. Another one here. Like this. And then this will be at the point where I'll be waiting for price to start pushing back up again. And hopefully, as long as we stay above this region here, this line, will be good for buys, but they could happen later on. And then I'll be looking for this candle to close like here. And then this candle here will be the one I'm looking for, like this. So that's the setup that I'll be looking for. But doing these little diagrams is really, really, really easy and helpful to get a kind of little picture of what you're expecting. Look at that hourly, man, pulled all the way up here in this region, and I was like, nope. So it really is a key level here. It's really holding that level though, so it is interesting. But yeah, no trade at all, especially with that hourly looking like that. God damn. This 4 hours is going to close in a minute's time. Or not a minute's time, in an hour's time. If it doesn't close above this region here, you know there is a certain amount of resistance at this level. And can you see also this actually tapped this level here and was like, nope. So just be wary though, if this does actually start to push all the way back down and flip this wick, you can see where we're heading. So where would we be heading if we exceeded this and broke this level? Where we're going to be heading? Where we're going to be filling up these wicks, aren't we? Got these straight wicks here. That's where we'll be filling them up, right down here, which will be very, very interesting. No lag for now. Nice stuff. So 3 minutes time, where we're going to close. So now you can also see that different time frames are going to be contradicting themselves in a second. This 30 minute, if it closes like this will be bullish. 15 minute will be bearish. the 1 hour will be bearish, so there's a lot of contradicting. 4 hour will be bullish. So this is when, you know, if you had like a piece of paper and you wrote down like all the time frames from 4 hour to 15 minutes, if a lot of them are if a lot of them are like, you know, one's bullish, one's bearish, one's bullish, one bearish, it's not good market conditions. You have to wait until, you know, a lot of them are line up. It makes trading a lot easier. 100%. So this is where we're gonna get the 2 minute close. My God. Go on, GJ, push down. Look at these 5 minutes. This 5 minutes gonna come down. This 5 minutes gonna come down, boy. I think it needs to regenerate some momentum right at these levels, and then it will start coming back up if we do hold this level right here. So that's the whole bias for New York. If it holds this level, starts printing back up, we're going to be looking for some buys. If this level gets broken and we come back in this level, this is a lovely, lovely range to fill. And then even further if we do actually get past this level here. So 1 minute 15 time. So you can see that the 8 o'clock did not do much at all, really. Had this level, so came all the way back there, pushed up, and then I was like, nope. And there we go. It's gonna flip. Is it gonna close bearish though? To be honest, but if you look at the past days, these have been very, very clean places. I mean, obviously you need to block out all this crap, but when the big moves come in, very, very clean. Here as well, very easy. All here, very, very easy. It's been very, very simple, which is good. But what you need to do is you need to, you know, appreciate these kind of levels here when we start breaking above levels, start making supports in these levels, start breaking down. But when we start doing something like this in this area, you need to, you know, be humbling yourself to not take any trades. So now let's have a look. Hourly's closed bearish, 50 minutes closed bearish, 30 minutes closed bullish. Okay, so there we go. This is a complete no trading zone. This could range quite hard here now, and you don't want to be in that stuff. So yeah, guys, I'm going to stop it here. Hope you guys enjoyed the first one. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more entertaining, a lot more better, but I've literally just been starting up, trying to see how it all works, and yeah, it worked pretty well. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you learned that, you know, key levels are really, really important, and that, you know, don't buy into some buys just because you think it's going to push when actually it can resist quite hard like that. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. See you guys. Peace.